This time I'd like to call to order the September 13th, 2022, 6 p.m. meeting of the Gun Barrel City Economic Development Corporation. This time I would like to establish a quorum from my left, please.
Weller here.
Kroll here.
Johannes here.
Bond here.
We have a quorum. Please stand for a moment of silence and the Pledge of Allegiance. Salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. This time we have citizens' comments. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes. The Gun Barrel City Economic Development Corporation reserves the right to not take any action on any items that you present to us tonight during citizens' comments. I have 2 that have submitted requests to speak. So Jonathan Hilscher, do you guys want to come together, you and Justin Damiano, or one at a time?
We're just excited to be here.
If you'll come to the podium and please state your name for the record and your address.
Hello, I'm Justin Damiano. I'm in Tool, actually, 1933 Island Circle, unit number 107, over by Tiki Hut. And this is Jonathan.
Jonathan Hilscher, 135 Doe Run, Gun Barrel City.
Okay.
And we actually do want to take our time whenever the agenda comes up, but we're very excited to bring this opportunity for the city of Gun Barrel. We think with our partnerships, we have a really good opportunity to develop a lot of tax revenue and heads and beds and bring a lot more culture to what is already a fun and entertaining city. We're looking forward to telling you a little bit more about that.
Okay, well, we appreciate that, and you guys will be able to speak to us during that item, which is going to be item number 6 on the agenda. So we'll call you back up then. Okay, seeing no one else has submitted any forms for that, we will now close the citizens' comments. Item number 2, discuss take action on adoption of minutes from the August 9th, 2022 EDC meeting and the August 16th, 2022 special meeting. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion we discuss and or take action on adoption of the minutes from the August 9th, 2022 EDC meeting and then August 16th, 2022 special meeting.
Okay, I have a motion for Mr. Kroll. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second from Mr. Bond. Discussion? Hearing none. Call for the vote to my left.
Weller, yes.
Kroll, yes.
Johannes, yes.
Bond, yes.
Motion carries. Item number 3, discuss take action on adoption of the August 2022 EDC financials. Those are in your packet. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we discuss, take action on adoption of August 2022 EDC financials as presented.
Motion by Mr. Bond. Do I have a second?
Kroll, second.
Discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for the vote to my left, please.
Weller, yes.
Kroll, yes.
Johannes, yes.
Bond, yes.
Motion carries. Item number 4, discuss, take action to sponsor the Electric Arts Festival for $1,000. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we discuss, take action to sponsor the Electric Arts Festival for $1,000.
Okay, motion by Mr. Bond. Do I have a second?
Weller, second.
Thank you. Do I, discussion at this point? Robin, would you like to share any information on this? I know we had information in our packet, but just for the public?
Yeah, so this is a new festival that our city's doing, and the sponsorship for this gets us for VIP tickets, name recognition on the website, and signage at the festival, program ad, and social media. So the thing about this festival is it's supposed to be bringing a whole different crowd of people, younger people to our city, and we're really excited to do that, to bring in a different crowd. And we want to have our name out there and be recognizable at these big events too. Do you have any questions?
Yes, I thought we were sponsoring at the $1,000 level, correct? Which, according to my sheet, is 8 VIP tickets, et cetera, rather than the 4, which is on the 500.
Okay. I need to check into that. That's a different sheet, yeah. I've gotten 2 different things from Renee, so I'll confirm that with her.
Okay.
This one says to list the VIP, the Rat Pack package for Sunday. So maybe there's a different one for the Saturday night one that's the 8 VIP tickets. I can check into that and confirm it
Okay.
for you.
Okay, then I am confused, because I thought we were doing the electric sponsor, which is for the whole thing, as opposed to the Rat Pack sponsor.
Oh, you're right.
Perhaps I'm,
No, you're correct. It's the 4th one down. You're absolutely correct. I apologize, Kate.
no worries.
Yep, that's the one.
Okay, so Robin, we'll have 8 VIP tickets to attend the event. Is that for who will be using the tickets?
They're open to you guys first?
Okay.
I've already bought my 2.
Uh-oh.
And what is the date and time and location?
November 5th and 6th at Gun Barrel City Park.
Okay, thought so, just wanted it to be in our record.
And it's, the Saturday night venue, if I'm not mistaken, is 18 and over.
That's correct.
No one under 18 allowed. And the security for this thing is insane. So it's going to be a really, really good thing for Gun Barrel.
Well, they have blockout fencing this time so that people can't just go park in their car and watch the event without getting a ticket.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited.
Wow.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote for my left, please.
Weller, yes?
Kroll, yes?
Johannes, yes?
Bond, yes.
Motion carries. Item number 5 on the agenda, discuss take action to sponsor Maybank High School's theater department for $1,000. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion we discuss or take action to sponsor Maybank's High School's theater department for $1,000.
Okay, motion, Mr. Kroll. Do I have a second?
Bond, second.
Okay, discussion? Robin, would you like to share a little bit more about this when you get your packet?
Sure, just a sec.
No worries.
Okay, Maybank High School is putting on a theater performance that's being proposed by a person named Ronnie Hurst. He has been talking with us for several months about bringing a Branson-style dinner theater, restaurant, and club to Gun Barrel City. He loves our name, and he's working on getting investors for that. So as a fundraiser, he's putting on a show with some talent that he knows from Branson that's going to be a fundraiser for Maybank High School's music and theater department, which is a great thing to support.
Sure. Okay. And they're asking for $1,000, correct?
The $1,000 level just gets our company name on programs and show flyers, posters, and all of that stuff.
And this will be on October 1st?
Yes.
Correct. Okay.
Do we know where it's going to be?
Yes, it's going to be at the Maybank High School Theater. It's a brand-new theater. It's
It's
gorgeous.
beautiful. Yeah, it's a great venue for that.
Okay.
Okay. Any further discussion or comments from the board? Robin, anything further from you?
That's all I have.
Okay. Hearing nothing else, I'll call for the vote to my left, please.
Weller, yes?
Kroll, yes?
Johannes, yes?
Bond, yes.
Okay, item number 6 is to discuss to sponsor the Gun Barrel's Texas Country Showcase for $10,000 or other amount as board may determine.
I make a motion that we discuss, take action to support the Gun Barrel Texas Country Showcase for $10,000 or other amount as the board may deem.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Bond. Do I have a second?
Kroll, second?
Okay, I have a second. Discussion from the board, questions at this point, or you want to listen to the gentleman first? Go ahead. I'll let you guys share with us.
Yes, first off, I thank you for the opportunity to get in front of you and speak on this. We have partnered with the Texas Country Music Association and the Texas Country Music Awards that are being held on November 13th, the following day of this festival. They have assisted with securing some top-billed talent, Texas country music talent, to put on a Texas Country Music Festival at Tom Finley Park, and we are seeking assistance, financial assistance in putting this on. We are very excited about this opportunity. We feel that this is going to be a first annual showcase for a legitimate Texas country festival that is partnered with the actual association, and could develop an opportunity to put heads in beds and celebrate the Gun Barrel City culture and provide a valuable entertainment to the city. It is also happening 1 week after the EDC festival, so we're very excited about that because that's going to allow a lot of social media and marketing for Gun Barrel City around that same time. There's going to be a lot of people coming out for that festival, and the way marketing works is there's going to be a lot of hype and communication about these two festivals, and so we're really looking forward to working with you guys and trying to figure out a way to get this executed. As you can see, you have the pamphlets in front of you that has pretty much everything in it regards to who we've currently have contracts with as far as bands, and we're also going to do we would like to execute upon approval and getting everything done. We're going to do what do we call the Michelin star of circle of food trucks and provide an opportunity for a lot of the local restaurants and vendors to participate in this event and give them exposure. And, obviously the attempt is to ensure that this is very family friendly. So, things like a petting zoo and all that stuff to really just engage people to come out and enjoy themselves and listen to some top billed Texas country artists. I think this is a good opportunity for us.
So you mentioned marketing. How will you be marketing this, and where will you be marketing it?
We're going to be marketing this for Dallas and Tyler, and also for, obviously local Gun Barrel, but we're very educated in the marketing platform, so we're going to be doing SEO, social media, Facebook, take to all those different types of marketing campaigns, and that's what the sponsorship is going to assist in getting that infrastructure out the door as quickly as possible, so we can ensure that we've got enough amount of time to actually engage with those potential.
As well as radio.
Oh yeah, that's right, and we do have
KCKL.
Yeah, KCKL has offered us a very good opportunity to provide radio spots, 80 radio spots, 80 radio spots, and so we'll be able to portion those out to use those for ourselves, but also give those out as sponsorship levels for other local businesses. So,
Have you secured the venue?
we are in talks with Tom Finley, and we are. What you want to speak on that?
If I may, as of right now, I did speak to the lady that runs it, and she's actually going out of town. But she said she needed to speak this week, actually. She needed to speak with the president because she's actually very excited about it. She's looking forward to even working it alongside with us because she's very familiar with how security is and points of access and how people could sneak in or all that kind of stuff. She works the front gate all the time, and her husband is big time in security, and I believe she said used to be a Dallas police officer. She's very excited about it. Usually that Tom Finley's usually closed at that point, but they are looking to do a special opening just for us to do this festival. They're very, because we are, like we said, we are conjoined with the Texas Country Music Awards as well as State Fair Texas. I worked with Texas State Fair Records, and we are bringing a lot of their talent out here as well. They're the ones that book all the talent for the State Fair, so a lot of the artists that are coming out here, such as like 40 Acre Mule, they will also be headlining at Texas State Fair as well. So these are actually very well-known names that this town, unless they go to Dallas, they don't usually see. And we're even bringing Kevin Fowler, and actually I got a phone call prior to coming here, Hank Williams Jr.'s grandson. He's actually reached out to us asking to come in and play the festival. We haven't confirmed that yet. We wanted to make sure this is all approved, and this sponsorship would actually help us get the doors open and get the initial deposits taken care of as well. This is a huge opportunity. We're expecting at least 1,000 people, and we're wanting to put it into the realm of where we want them to stay the night, and we're going to provide a shuttle for people because we're kind of a lily pad in between even Nashville, East Texas, Tyler, and all those kinds of locations. We get routing gigs for these bands that we actually will pay less for bands that you may usually cost $25,000, $30,000, $40,000. We're getting them for a lesser price because they're routing gig on the way to Fort Worth, and there's rules where they can only play within a certain distance of Fort Worth. So that's why I think a Gun Barrel will be a perfect opportunity for us to, a location for us to hold an event such as this one. And yeah, so.
How much will it cost to get in?
Say again?
How much will it cost to get into the event?
It actually depends on, like we said, we have Kevin Fowler in the works as well. We're looking at $15 to $20 for the ticket, and that allows you, and then we also have VIP access as well that's going to have its own catering and its own bar as well. We're not doing liquor or anything like that. We're just providing beer, like beer trucks and food trucks and stuff like that. We'll have different levels of entry as far as just general admission and VIP. VIP will be for sponsors and anybody who's wants to purchase a package for VIP or the shuttle getting to Fort Worth, which will bring them back. So, I mean, let's face it, they're going to be at this festival having a great time. They're not going to want to drive all the way back to Tyler. So we're going to implement like Uber and Lyft and companies such as that to come out here, which I think is a great opportunity because we only have taxi service at this moment. So I think that would be a good draw to keep people here overnight, and then in the morning meet up, and they'll take a bus over to Billy Bob's Texas in Fort Worth to actually get to the show, to the award ceremony, and so we're going to be giving away tickets, and we'll have raffles and all that kind of stuff as well.
Are you going to have a vendor section or?
Yes. We've actually we spoke with the Athens. What was it? The Athens. We spoke about it. The farmers market in Athens. She sounds like she really wants to kind of penetrate this market out here as well and find something to be a part of. And so we have spoken to her about having all of her vendors come out and support us, and hopefully get them some business as well, because they're from all around surrounding lakes area as well as Gun Barrel. And then we're also going to.
Do you guys have a preliminary budget of what you guesstimate that it'll cost to put this?
Yes.
Yeah. The total cost of the festival is, we're coming in at around $77,950. That's staging, bathrooms, backstage entry, access, security, everything. So that's.
It's on the last page.
Now, and what time would it, what would be the hours that it goes?
We are expecting to open around noon until it ends.
Till-
Probably 11, midnight, whenever.
And if you've never been to a concert, they never end when they say.
Yeah, right, yeah, that's
Or
why,
start.
it's open-ended,
Yeah.
but yeah, we want to get, like I said, it's very family-friendly, so we want people to come early and stay and enjoy the show, and yeah.
Have you done an event like this before?
We have not done an event like this before, but I founded Deep Ellum Records, and he worked for State Fair Records, so we're in the music industry, and from the music industry and the marketing industry. So we got this opportunity from the Texas Country Music Association, and so we do have their support, and we're using them as a springboard for their assistance. And so, we're in daily communication with the president of the Texas Country Music Association with support, and they are providing just numerous avenues for us to secure execution of this.
What about insurance for the event, liability?
Right, and
Parking, who's going to be doing traffic and all that? I see security, but I don't see anything with traffic.
Yes, we will have insurance, general liability, liquor liability, and, rain out provision, all that stuff. And so we'll make sure that that is secured. And as far as traffic and parking, we have discussed that with.
Are you talking about with?
With the parking. So we've just,
Security company as well?
the security company, but we've already.
For off duties to do the traffic situation, because that is a main.
That area is really hard.
Yes,
A lot of the
the-
parking is going to be within Tom Finley. However, we will have, not security, but off-duty officers flagging traffic and making sure.
Right, and the tour buses are going to be parked on the actual boat dock side because they have a rear entry for that. And so that's where all the tour buses, and that's going to be separated, so everyone will be able to park within Tom Finley. And
And they've had events to this magnitude before, like 4th of July, so they've mitigated that risk already. They've already kind of,
Yeah.
they figured that out. That's what I was speaking with her name's escaping me at the moment, but she's the one that kind
Right,
of heads up.
over the park, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and she says that it was, it's a beast, but she said they really did a good job keeping traffic moving and having enough parking spots. A lot of that just comes down to planning once everything is secured and mapping out exactly where it will be. We're not going to let people park on the streets and just make a big mess or anything like that. We will have secure points of entry and exit as well.
And cleanup and all that. I know that the park's going to be worried about that. We don't have to be worried about it, but,
We will make sure that it looks better than when,
yeah. Like your mama
And we're not
told you,
trying
it's
to
better than you found it.
and I just want to be clear, we're not trying to reinvent a wheel. We're going to plug and play existing infrastructure and use all the tools and people that have done this before. We've reached out with the Parrot Head, what was it? Robert Render, he's assisting us with this because he's done, the Parrot Head stuff. And so we're basically just copy pasting everything that's already existed. We're just going to put our stage and our lineup and do things that have been done before with this brand, so.
Okay. Let's talk logistics a minute. You are saying that there is room in Tom Finley Park for 2 stages, 9 food trucks, 1,000 people, porta potties, a petting zoo inside the park.
yes, ma'am, from the way that we've mapped it out. It looks as if it is doable. I spoke with the lady that does run the facility. She says she's had in excess of 1,000 people in there before. As well, we will also have traffic by boats, and so they can access the festival from there. And we really want to utilize that space because if we have the concert on the water, it's a pretty neat thing to experience, and I think it's a big draw for people to come experience that. The petting zoo is something that
It's small, yeah.
It's just something for the kids to do during the day. We can shut it down later on in the evening. The logistics of it, as far as the cars and the tour buses and all of those things, will be kind of pushed over to the side where the boat ramps are.
Yeah.
And then they've already have pre-existing porta potties. We will have facilities right next to, included into where the VIP section is, and that will be shared with backstage with the talent as well. She seems to think that it will work, and I believe that we can pivot as needed in order to facilitate those needs.
We're going to go off capacity. We're not going to over-promise and under-deliver. We want to make sure that we are, like I said, are creating a festival that equals the capacity and has done, mirror successful events and festivals that have been performed there in the past. And we will limit ticket sales as needed in order to ensure that the correct capacity is met.
Okay, you're talking 60 days out, correct?
Correct.
What do you have secured positively 100% And what is still in flux?
We have our bands lined up. We have all the contracts for all the artists. We have the security, we have the staging, we have the production, we have sound, the restrooms, yes. The marketing and all that stuff is pretty plug and play. We have all that done and secured.
And just so you're aware as well, a lot of the marketing aspect will be falling on myself. I used to work with the Richards Group, and I used to do Home Depot commercials, Pier 1, Alpha Romeo. I used to do national spots, and so I'm very familiar with the marketing realm. And that's kind of what Cedar Creek Supply is wanting to provide for this area. And this is kind of our launching pad. It is kind of showing that we are able to put on an event such as this and make it successful. And also putting Gun Barrel City and Cedar Creek Supply Co. on as the marketing agency, if you will, for East Texas and Gun Barrel City, because this town, let's face it, is growing at a rapid pace. We have a lot of large companies coming in, looking. They don't want to have to go to Dallas. I mean, as people are moving out here, we want to move and change along with the capacity that Gun Barrel is bringing in. And so we want to, this is an opportunity for, I'm very, very well versed in marketing and advertising. I do music videos as well. This is honestly our passion, music videos, and entertainment industry, creating a culture, getting people excited about something and not just to have any kind of complacency. We want to do something big and show people out here that it's possible for anybody here to, do something meaningful and exciting. And so that's kind of, this festival, I think, kind of embodies that idea. And it's going to be fun doing it as well.
And what's your plan B if, for some reason, Tom Finley Park falls through?
We have addressed that, and we are thinking if the reason why we like Tom Finley is because of the lake. We're not tied. We're not tied to that. We would be more than happy to.
Yeah, we've gone and looked at the park as well
checked
as
out the
a
park as
plan
well.
B. So.
And-
Have you talked to the city?
No, not yet.
Not about the park.
Not about the park yet.
Have you gotten with, are you on the city council's agenda for this also, to seek funds, or?
That is the goal. They are meeting on the
17th, I
17th,
believe,
correct?
27th, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Because typically, these funds come from the Hotel and Motel Fund,
Right.
correct.
not from EDC.
Right, we'll be speaking with them as well. Our goal is to get on that agenda and get some assistance from the Hotel Motel Fund if possible.
This is not just one festival. This would be an ongoing quarterly festivals, events, and we're hoping with the success of this festival, we will be able to obtain some kind of facility in Gun Barrel City to have our brick and mortar building and have a studio and a space for clients to come and discuss their marketing and advertising needs as well.
What happens if it rains?
That's we have an insurance policy for that actually covers for that provision that will compensate us for the festival. That's typically, these festivals all have a rain-out provision.
Right.
Yeah,
And our stages also, our main stage also has covering.
it is a covered stage. It's 24 by 20 covered stage, and we'll have some areas where people can find shelter, and then we'll also have the parkas, the cheap $12 parkas or whatever, if need be. But it is November. It's not typically a convective time of year, so hopefully, we'll be favorable on that.
I don't want you to feel like I'm picking on you, because I'm not. But I looked on the Secretary of State website today, and I could not find Cedar Creek Supply Company listed as a corporation in Texas. Are you doing business?
It's a
Is this an
DBA, yeah.
offshoot of something else?
The actual LLC is under American Risk Portfolio Managers, is the DBA.
Say that again?
American Risk Portfolio Managers is the LLC.
And so this is an offshoot of that company?
Correct, yes. It's a,
And you are the sole owners
that is correct.
of that company?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is there any other questions or concerns that we can address?
Any further questions, discussion? Ma'am? Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, tickets, well, the revenue, total revenue, we're looking at about 57,700. That's,
18,000.
I'm going to lose.
Almost 19,000 in ticket sales, is that correct?
that's correct, yeah.
I'm not really great at math, but if you think it's going to cost you 70,000 to put on and you're going to make 57, you're already saying
Right.
we'll run a deficit for this festival?
That is why we're seeking, that's the delta. We're about 20,000, so we're trying to break even at this point. And so
So are the other sponsors coming in at an amount of,
Yeah.
I mean,
we do, this is not,
you got
this is not
$20,000 and you're
including.
asking us for 10,000, that's a big chunk of your delta.
Right, and we also have other sponsorships as well that will help offset that, so we're,
Multiple sponsorship
yeah.
packages that we're providing as far as to put on the cups, and we're selling hats and
we have 3 tiers of
T-shirts.
sponsorships.
Three
Yeah,
tiers.
yeah,
Merchandise, so you're expecting to make $3,500 in merchandise?
yes. Let's see, merchandise, yes, 3,500, concession fees. The sponsorships, we're looking pretty confident at $20,000 in sponsorships as well. Some of these numbers are conservative. You know, we want to make sure that, but I feel that, yeah, that the delta is about $20,000, and that's why we're seeking some additional support,
Okay.
is to make sure that we can, you know, have a break even at this
Okay,
point.
any other questions for these gentlemen at this time? Okay, no other questions. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it. Robin, looking at our budget, and this is $10,000. I know this was not in our budget. I mean, we just found out about this like at the last minute, and it's 2 months out. So just knowing where we're at to even see if this is something, and I don't know how the rest of the board feels with the venue not secured down yet. There's several ifs and mights and could-bes, and this is a large amount of money. So to the board, my thought is that I'm not comfortable doing $10,000 tonight on something that still has some boxes that need to be checked off. But looking at the budget, we obviously, I know we didn't have this in the budget, so,
It would be a substantial amount of our advertising for the coming year.
okay.
It would have to come out, well, October 1st is the first of our next fiscal year, so.
Can I make a motion?
We had a motion to discuss, and so you can make a motion now if you would like to.
Right now, I like your presentation. I think it's a great idea, but like they were saying, the money at this late date, I would like to make a motion to table this to next month's meeting when y'all have a more solid financial backing. Getting with the city would be paramount to help us. And is this even within our scope? This much, or would another amount be more within the scope of the EDC?
This would be limiting for us for future sponsorships for the rest of the year. Generally,
Okay.
you can see from history, our sponsorships are usually not more than $1,000, especially for a single event. That's kind of how we've,
Okay. Well, I'd like to reiterate, I make a motion to table this, the sponsor, the Gun Barrel Texas Country Showcase for $10,000 or other amount as board may determine to our next monthly meeting.
Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Bond. Do I have a second?
Weller, second.
Okay, we have a second. Any further discussion on that? The rest of the board comfortable with it, tabling it? Okay, we'll call for a vote from my left.
Weller, yes?
Kroll, yes.
Johannes, yes?
Bond, yes.
Motion carries. Okay, we will table that, Robin, so that'll be on our agenda next month. And you guys, if you get it all secure, it sounds like a great opportunity for our city. We certainly want to, promote and do anything we can to bring folks out here, so we appreciate you guys thinking about out of the box. We just need a few more boxes checked so that we can do that. And then, of course, like we said, this late in the ballgame, not having that in our budget. So, we'll find out what you guys hear from the city and then see what we can do moving forward, okay? Thank you so much for your time tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, at this time, we will, item number 7, we're going to have that tabled. We were supposed to have a workshop tonight, and we weren't able to have that, so that will be tabled until our next meeting. So I just need a motion for that to happen.
I make a motion that we table the item 7, discuss take action to enter into a 1-year contract with Placer AI for $14,000 for updated demographics and traffic counts, $1,170 per month, be tabled for our next workshop. For our next workshop before our next meeting.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Bond. Do I have a second?
Crowell, second.
Okay, any discussion on that? Since we didn't get the extra information tonight, that's why we're doing that. So Robin, we'll make sure we have the presentation next month.
Yes.
And then we can get that. This is a great opportunity for us to really see where people are going, and it does help us drive other businesses to come to our city. So I
very
believe it'll be
interesting.
worth it. Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote from my left to table.
Weller, yes?
Crowell, yes.
Johannes, yes.
Bond, yes.
Motion carries. Okay, at this time, we're going to adjourn into executive session to deliberate about economic development negotiations, Section 551.087. Let the record show that our time is 6:36. Okay, I'd like to call the meeting back to order. It is 6:57. So item number 9, discuss take action to approve a renovation grant to Knapp's Properties, Inc. at 240 North Gun Barrel Lane for $15,426.77. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we discuss, take action to approve a renovation grant to Knapp's Properties, Inc. at 240 North Gun Barrel Lane for $15,426.77.
Okay, I have a motion from Mr. Bond. Do I have a second?
Kroll, second.
Discussion? I know we discussed this in executive session. Hearing no further discussion, I'll call for the vote to my left, please.
Weller, yes?
Kroll, yes.
Johannes, yes?
Bond, yes.
Motion carries. 9B, discuss take action to approve a renovation grant to Knapp's Properties, Inc. at 300 North Gun Barrel Lane for $7,728.30. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion we discuss and or take action to approve a renovation grant to Knapp's Properties, Inc. at 300 North Gun Barrel Lane for $7,728.30.
Motion by Mr. Kroll. Do I have a second?
Weller, second?
Further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote from my left, please.
Weller, yes?
Kroll, yes.
Johannes, yes?
Bond, yes.
Motion carries. Motion to adjourn, please.
Motion, I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
We're adjourned. Thanks for coming. Yes, yes, she will take all
Hello.
of this to the house.
I'm good.
She
Long
needs
time
these,
no
though.
see.
Give her that.
I love it. This is only my second meeting here. Nope.
You need these, Robin, for the minutes.
Thanks. No chance you'll come back to planning and zoning?